Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, my name is Paulina and this channel is all about beauty. That means skincare, makeup and fragrances, and we're actually going to be talking about a fragrance today. So this is the star of today's video. This is Kayali Eden Sparkling Lychee and this is number 39. This one actually comes in eau de parfum concentration. Some of Kayali fragrances are in eau de parfum intense, but this is just a regular eau de parfum. And I actually decided to pick up like a smallest bottle they have, which is 10 mils. And I really love the fact that they sell those fragrances in this kind of like a smaller size. If you have like a big fragrance collection, adding like a 10 mils fragrance to it is sometimes a bit more reasonable, especially if you're blind buying your fragrances, for example, and you're not sure if this is going to be a love at first sniff, right? So this fragrance, Eden Sparkling Lychee, seems to be a continuation of a fragrance that was released I think like 2 years ago, and this is Eden Juicy Apple. So there you go, these are the two fragrances next to each other. So Eden Juicy Apple is this very bright, fruity, positive fragrance, and judging by the name, obviously you would assume that this is going to be a continuation of this kind of like trend. And to be honest, if you assumed so, you would be right. This is again a very bright, positive, like mood boosting fragrance. So let's talk about the notes. First, I'm going to read the key notes that are listed here on the box. So it says here, black currant, sparkling lychee, rose damascena, candied violet, sugared amber, and sandalwood. And now a little bit like more detailed notes from Fragrantica. So the top notes are lychee, black currant, red apple, and Italian lemon. Middle notes, violet, rose, jasmine sambac. And then base notes, sugar, vanilla absolute, musk, amber, sandalwood, and cedar. So what do I think about this fragrance? I mean, this is one of those scents that instantly makes me smile. Like, this is like a very uplifting, juicy, young fragrance. Young, but not juvenile. This definitely doesn't smell too juvenile. It's just like a very young, at heart kind of fragrance. I definitely see a big resemblance to this fragrance, and this resemblance is not really in the notes, but it's in the vibe of this fragrance. Both of these fragrances are very similar in the way that they make me feel, and I'll pretty much describe them in a very similar way. I would describe this fragrance as mostly fruity with some kind of like very sweet, almost like sugary notes. I think there's like literally sugar as a note listed there. Those notes of lychee and black currant are actually very prominent and they kind of like linger. They just stay with you pretty much like all the time. I think those floral notes are a little bit like hidden. They kind of like complement the fruitiness of this fragrance. We also have some woodsy notes, musk and amber, but to be honest, those notes don't really seem to be too prominent. And as I said, to me, this is mostly a fruity fragrance. The lasting power of this scent is moderate. It's definitely nothing that's just going to stay with you the whole day. The sillage is pretty moderate too. It's not really too offensive. It's not like super strong. So I would generally say this is like a great fragrance if you're looking for something that's very bright, uplifting, very positive. Okay, so with all that being said, let's talk about layering. So the layering suggestions on the box say that this actually goes nicely with vanilla. I'm not saying it doesn't go with vanilla because it does, but for me, the Kayali's vanilla is such a precious fragrance. I just love it the way it is. I could mix it with something more ambery or like woodsy, but not necessarily with such a kind of fruity fragrance like this one. So I'm not a fan of this combo personally, but I'm not saying it doesn't work because it does, just not for me. Then we have another combo of Juicy Apple and Sparkling Lychee. So these two fragrances together, and yes, it does make sense. It's just, you know, these two fragrances amplify it, literally. That's what you're getting. I don't think it's necessary. I think like both of these fragrances have like a similar vibe. So I don't think it's like really adding anything to any of these fragrances. Anything that comes to my mind that maybe if you mix these two, the fragrances actually last a little bit longer. But other than that, I don't really see much point of that. I think both of these fragrances are like nice the way they are. But the last combo was actually the Sparkling Lychee and Pistachio Gelato. And this combo, I love it. Such a good combination. So Pistachio Gelato was released last year, and this is this yummy, nutty fragrance, a little bit boozy, but the opening is actually very fruity. So this new fragrance complements this opening so nicely. It just makes perfect sense. And since Pistachio Gelato in dry down becomes this like a very nutty, slightly boozy, gourmand fragrance, and this whole initial kind of like fruity burst is pretty much gone. If you are a fan of this opening, then you can actually prolong it with this new fragrance. So yeah, I actually think these two perfumes make a lot of sense together. Anyway, guys, this is everything from me today. Have you tried this fragrance? If so, let me know what you think about it. Thank you very much for watching. For more fragrance related content, check those videos over there. I'm going to see you very soon. Take care. Bye.